There's a kind of breathing that doesn't just relax you. It changes the shape of who you are while you're doing it. Not in a poetic way, but literally. It stretches your awareness in both directions at once, like you're tracing the edges of yourself, and remembering that you don't actually end where your skin does. Most people breathe just to survive, to keep the lights on. But there's another kind of breath. One that doesn't move in straight lines. It moves in loops. And when you follow that shape, with your eyes, and your awareness, something starts to happen that feels less like meditation, and more like waking up. It's hard to explain until you try it, but here's what you do. Sit somewhere quiet, not because you need silence, but because it helps you notice the other layers. With your eyes open and soft, start to trace an imaginary figure 8, lying on its side. Let your eyes gently follow the top curve of the left loop, as you breathe in, slow and steady. As you do, imagine your awareness expanding, not just around you, but through you. Like you're inhaling not just air, but space. Like you're collecting all the parts of yourself that exist in other times, other versions, and pulling them inward towards center. At the top of that loop, you pause, not by holding your breath, but by letting the breath hover. In that moment, there's nothing but stillness. And in that stillness, you're not your name, your story, or your body. You're just awareness, stretched wide and pulsing like a star. Then you exhale, and trace the other side of the 8, the right loop, bringing everything back down into your body. It's not a collapse, it's a return. You're anchoring the expanded version of you into this form. That's the part no one tells you about integration. It happens in the exhale, in the return to the ordinary, in choosing to carry the expanded self into the small moments. You keep looping like that. Inhale as you rise and expand. Exhale as you drop in and center. Over time, you start to feel it. A kind of warmth or buzzing through your chest or hands. Maybe even a loosening behind your eyes. It's subtle at first, but then, it's unmistakable. Something inside you is shifting, softening, opening. The breath becomes more than just oxygen, it becomes memory, movement, and awareness, all at once. And then the really strange thing happens. You start getting little flashes, images, thoughts, moments that feel like they didn't come from your own mind. And maybe they didn't. Maybe they came from another version of you that's still breathing somewhere else. Just as real. The longer you stay with it, the more you realize the breath isn't a tool, it's a doorway. It's a rhythm your soul remembers. And this figure 8? It's not just a symbol. It's how energy actually moves when it's balancing polarities. You're not just breathing in and out. You're looping between dimensions, between your inner and outer self, between now and beyond now. And the best part? Anyone can do it. You don't need training. You just need the willingness to be still and curious, and open enough to feel more than what you were told is real. If you ever feel small, disconnected, or lost in the fog of your own thoughts, just sit down, trace the 8, and breathe like this. Not to escape, but to remember. You were never just this moment. You're all of them breathing together, waiting for you to notice.